What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again. And once again, I am here with the Geek Master. Say what's up to the people, Geek.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody feel welcome. Hope everybody finds a home. Here we go.
Definitely. And today is episode number 23. How's the week been going, Geek?
There's been a lot. So the week has been going good. I'm doing what I can.
Everything good in the real world?
The real world is crazy. New York is coming back. So traffic has been a mess, but it's good to see people out.
Cool. So then, yeah, let's get started. First things first. Today in J-Law's gaming history, it's kind of a funny one because 15 years ago, in 2006, the game Prey came out. Excuse me, not 2006. Yeah, 2006. The game Prey came out, and what's funny about that is J-Law, who suggested having this Today in Gaming History segment, actually has been telling me for a couple of years now that I should check that game out. And I still haven't gotten around to it, but you know, it is what it is. And J-Law says, tag you're it. And then Geek says, what's up to J-Law? So yeah, today, 15 years ago. Wow, that's a minute ago. Prey actually came out for the PC, but you know. So what about you, Geek? You got anything for the people today? Anything you want to tell them about?
Oh, here we go. I'm going to go for it. I have been watching Marlin Gaming Nation. And that guy actually triggers you.
He's irrelevant in the gaming space as far as I'm concerned, to be honest with you. He's deceitful to his viewers. He enjoys something. He is enjoying something that he speaks out against to them, knowing, especially like you just said, New York is coming back, right?
Come on, dude. Isolate yourself. Put up your solo view. I wanna look into your eyes as you say this.
That's crazy. So you say New York is coming back, right? But what is it coming back from? It's coming back from the pandemic, right? Hey, Andrea, welcome to the show. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Good evening, Andrea.
So for a lot of people, that means money is tight. You know, a lot of people unfortunately lost their jobs or had to take pay cuts. Whatever, you know, people are going, even in normal times though, people enjoy gaming but are still going through things, right? Or just don't have the blessings of other people. And Marlin Gaming, right? So I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, but you did have me watch his take on what happened at E3, right? And so during this live stream, this dude went on and on about, you know, he was upset that people enjoyed the Microsoft Bethesda conference, right? Now, a lot of people go into these conferences or whatever, watching these conferences for what, in my opinion, is the wrong reason. And that is, they go in expecting to be entertained. That's never what these conferences were ever meant to be. Hey, Kimberly, welcome to the show. Glad you could be here with us this evening. Glad you're hanging out. Hope you enjoy. So he's on his stream, on his live stream right after the conference or whatever, and he's telling everyone how bad it was. These conferences are information dumps. That's it. They give you a lot of information about what you can expect over the next year to 2 years, right? And as far as that company goes in gaming. So he's saying how bad it is. He's saying how much better the Nintendo. Whoa, I can hear myself.
Sorry.
He's saying, what was it? Oh, he was saying how much better the Nintendo conference was going to be, and how much better PlayStation would have been had they decided to show up for the conference. So okay, Nintendo had their little thing, and it was the same thing. It was information dump, but it wasn't better. It didn't give more information. And then, not to bag on Sony, they do their things their way, and they haven't been to an E3 in a while, but they didn't even show up. So that's like saying, and I'm saying this just in reference to what he was saying, right? I'm not trying to tout one company over the other, but what he was saying is akin to saying, Sony called out Microsoft for a fight at 3:00 after school, and then called their mom at 1:30 to come pick them up, saying they're sick. Can they come home? Right? They didn't even show up. They weren't there. So you can't say that it was going to be, and we all knew that they weren't going to be there. So you can't say what they would have done. Because they decided not to do anything. So automatically your stance on it is weak. And then so fast forward to, let's say today, Sony had their conference, and it wasn't a conference, it was a state of play. Okay, so it was meant to be less. It was just a little bit of information given out. But their big thing, their big showcase of it happened to be a Microsoft game. But I've heard nothing, and you watch him, so tell me, has he said anything about what he thought about, or if he honestly believed that it was better than the information dump that Microsoft gave at E3? Because I haven't heard anything about it. But the thing is, and I kind of got a little bit off topic about this guy, why this dude is irrelevant. So during that stream that I watched with you, he was talking about how people are being simps for Microsoft, and how they're betas and everything, and this, that, and the third. But he was doing the exact same thing in that exact moment, only for the other side. Dude, you're a simp. You're a beta, because you were saying the same words that these people are saying, only for the other side. It makes you the same thing for the other side. Which side you decide to do it for doesn't matter. You're doing it. You're doing the same thing. If you're a soldier, it doesn't matter whose side of the war you're on. You're a soldier. So you can't disrespect anybody for being a soldier for the other side, because they're doing the same thing as you, right? And what makes it worse, and what makes him so deceitful to his people, is he will go on and on about how, and I know this is probably triggering J Law, and I honestly don't mean it to, but and again, I am just referencing this person, right? And what I saw of this person. And granted, it is not a whole lot, right? What's going on, Plank? Welcome to the show, bro. He will go on and on about how much better, or how much more affordable, or what have you, the PlayStation ecosystem is. to his audience, right? And this is what gets me. Okay, this guy will absolutely disrespect anything Microsoft, although he has an Xbox Series X. He has Game Pass. I've heard him say both of those things. And so let's say you do dislike, you honestly do dislike Microsoft. J Law dislikes Microsoft. He doesn't have anything Xbox. He doesn't have Game Pass. He could be playing a bunch of different games on it. I know he has a powerful tablet because we talk about it all the time. But he doesn't have any of these things. He's not being hypocritical. You know, he loves what he loves. And that's, I have no problem with that. If you are a Sony fan and you hate Microsoft, that's your business, right? And if you're out there touting about how much better Sony is than Microsoft, you honestly believe that in your heart, cool, do you. But this guy is going, and he's making money off of it, and that kind of makes it worse. Going on and on about how bad the Xbox is, how bad Game Pass is, but he has an Xbox. He didn't stumble into that Xbox. I know a bunch of people that want Xboxes right now that can't find them. He didn't stumble into it. You know, he had to go out of his way to get it. Okay, he could have been lucky. So we'll erase that. Scratch that. Delete that. So I didn't say that. I said it, but let's pretend I didn't say it, right? But Game Pass, he's paying at least $10 for it. I imagine he's probably paying the full $15 for Ultimate because he has a nice PC setup. I mean, his stream looks nice, so I'm imagining that his PC setup must be pretty decent. But you're telling people how bad Game Pass is, how bad the Xbox is, but you're enjoying it yourself, right? You're spending the 10 or 15, we're going to call it 10. You're either spending $10 a month for it, right? Or, I mean, because he's had it for a long time, according to him at least. Or you're paying nothing for it, but you're playing the games in the Xbox, the Game Pass program that allow you to get monthly cash back so that you don't have to pay for Game Pass. So you're either really enjoying the games, and I don't even do that, right? There are a bunch of games on there that I know I wouldn't like, that if you play them and you get the achievements and you do this, that, and the third, you can get money back so that you don't have to pay cash for a Game Pass. I don't even do that, and I like Game Pass a lot. But I don't play games that I don't think that I would like or that I know I wouldn't like. I play games that I will play a game that I don't think I might like. I'll check it out. But anyways, that's beside the point. He's enjoying Game Pass. He's enjoying his Xbox, but then he's telling his fan base, his viewers, how bad it is, right? So why are you taking from them what you enjoy? I don't understand. And that makes you irrelevant in the gaming space to me. You're being hypocritical. You're being deceitful to your fans. And what's worse is you have them paying you to do that, right? They're paying. He went on and on, right? While we were watching, please, if I'm saying anything that's wrong, please call me out on it. Geek, I'm begging you because I know you watch this dude. But that day that we were watching together, that you turned me on to this, he was calling out people to tell him how he was wrong. People were going crazy on their keyboards, telling him how he's wrong, right? Me included, you included. We both responded in his chat, but we didn't pay for it, right? We didn't pay for the super chat or whatever. He only paid attention to the people who paid the super chat, and only if they were favorable in what he was saying, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
So this dude is taking money, even people that were calling him out, paying money to call him out, saying that he was wrong or explaining how he was wrong or whatever. He didn't even read those. So he's taking people's money and he's going on and on. Oh, you betas, you simps, Tell me how I'm wrong. And he kept repeating, and this dude whines, and it's annoying when children whine, but when a grown man whines, but that's cool. It's whatever. So to me, he's irrelevant in the gaming space, not because he pushes Sony products. That's cool. I love Sony. Let me tell you my stance on the whole gaming thing, right? If I want to play if I'm going to buy a single player game, right? And let's assume it's on both systems or all systems, I'm probably going to buy it on the PlayStation, right? Assuming that it costs the same everywhere. You know, if it's cheaper somewhere, then I'm not going to. Even then, I might just to build up my library. I'm not going to lie. So, you know, I have my way, and then, but most of my friends that game and multiplayer game on either the Xbox or the PC. But J Law will tell you that we're playing Ark on the PlayStation. Plank will tell you we're playing Ark on the PC, but I haven't even been on the PC. Now, granted, a lot of that has to do with we have a cluster of servers and everybody is doing their own thing. And if you're paying for your own server, then you get to make the rules for your server. And they've added a bunch of mods, and I'm not playing it on my desktop because there was an issue, and I just feel like I can't afford to put it back on my desktop because that's where like all this happens and everything. So I'm playing it on my laptop, and I need to get a faster drive for my laptop is what it comes down to. And so it just takes too long to get into the game on the PC. So I haven't been on there. There's just too many mods. But I mean, that's beside the point. You know, I really enjoy my PlayStation. I really enjoy my Xbox, and I really enjoy my PC. I enjoy my Nintendo. I enjoy my Atari and everything else that I have. I enjoy my little handheld football game from 1979. I enjoy. But this guy goes. It's wrong, in my opinion. That's what it comes back. And if you're gonna be deceitful and disingenuous and all this to your audience about gaming, then you're irrelevant in a gaming space. I know you like them or you watch. I don't know if you like them, but I know you watch them. I know he offers information, and that's another thing too. You know what? I'm not going to say that because I'm not prepared to prove it in this moment. So I was going to say he gives deceitful information or misleading information or deceitful information, but I can't prove it in this moment. I'm not prepared to do that. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to call him out on that. But I will say, you know, he's irrelevant because he's enjoying Game Pass. He's enjoying his Xbox, but he preaches to his audience about how bad these things are. And why are you, again, you can get Game Pass, you can get an Xbox Series S for $300. You can get Game Pass for $10 a month. You can get it right now, 3 months of it for $1. Then after that, it's $10 a month if you decide not to do all the achievement challenges or whatever. But if you decide to do that, you can, I mean, Game Pass can be absolutely free if you decide to play those games. And I know people that actually do that.
Achievement hunters, yeah.
He you know, why is he going out of his way? And I mean, he even mentioned that, you know, PlayStation is what got his channel to where it is today. Okay, cool. You want to be a PlayStation guy? Be a PlayStation guy. Don't deceive your people, man. Don't tell them how bad the system that you're enjoying. Obviously, enough that you're paying $15 a month or $10 or $15 a month for, or either that, or you're enjoying the games so much that you're playing it and you're getting it for free. You're doing something that you're enjoying it. You're enjoying the system, but you're telling people not to get it because it's so horrible. Then why are you paying for it, or why are you playing it? Or I don't play games that I don't like, that frustrate me, or that I think are bad. I mean, a game could be, and I'm not saying bad games. I'm saying a game could be good. Destiny, the Destiny series is a good series. I don't like it, so I don't play it. Right? That's just me. That's my taste in games, right? That doesn't make the series bad. But this dude is going around telling people how bad the system is, how bad Game Pass is, and while he's enjoying it, he's enjoying the benefits of something, but steering other people away from it. It's like a later story that we have about how you just want things for yourself, and selfish is what it is. So yeah, I'm sorry, that's my rant about Marlon Gaming and what he does and how he does, and why I think personally he's irrelevant in the gaming space, because he's not truthful with his audience, or maybe even himself. I don't know, but I don't know the guy like that. I can't watch him. I tried to see if he would correct himself on things, and I haven't seen that he's done that. If you're looking at all the people all the game journalists or whatever, everybody's saying that the Microsoft conference was better than all the other conferences at E3. Again, to me, they're just information dumps, but they did bring the most information for what they got coming. But, did he correct himself on it? Not that I saw. Now, I could have missed something, I guess, but I doubt it. And you said, you watch him, you said you didn't see him correct any of this stuff, and that makes him irrelevant in the gaming space. He's not truly a gamer. He's not even truly a PlayStation gamer, because to his own point, he's not true to PlayStation the way he touts himself to be, because he is enjoying his Xbox and his Game Pass so much that he's paying for it, or he's playing enough that he doesn't have to pay for it. So that's my opinion. Not trying to start beef with the dude. You do you, be who you're going to be. But personally, to me, irrelevant in the gaming space, because your information is BS. And I'm not talking about Brad Sams.
My thing with him is that he's informative. He has a lot of information, and on most cases and dates, he puts out he'll show articles that he's talking from, well, particularly when he's talking about PlayStation, and he'll say they said, and he'll show the article, and he'll highlight the passage of what he's talking about. So for that is what gets me to give him return viewership.
All right, so let me ask you a question then.
Please do.
I don't mean to cut you off, but let me ask you a question. Did you see his interview with the dev where he asked about whether or not Ratchet and Clank could run on the PC or the Xbox? And mainly he was talking about the Xbox. Did you see that? What's up, Shadow? Welcome to the stream, bro.
Welcome, Shadowfire.
Did you see that, though? Did you see that?
I did not. Now, you and I have discussed it, but I did not see that particular interview.
He got called out by a bunch of people about that, right? Because I didn't see him stream that or what have you. I saw him. I saw other people call him out and show the clip of what he was doing. So he had a dev on, and he was trying to manipulate this developer into saying that the SSD on the PlayStation is so special that no other system could run it. Not Xbox, not the PC, and Dev was no, that's not the case. They can run it. They can run it quite easily. And look, you're a tech guy. I'm not. I don't pretend to be a tech guy. I don't want to make anybody think that I'm a tech guy, but I'm a logical person and I have common sense. Today's topic is going to be all over the place because Geek is trying to start some mess. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys about what I feel, right? So nice. I actually was in your stream yesterday, I think it was, while you were playing Destiny. So like I was saying, this dude is doing an interview with the developer, and he's trying to maneuver, this guy into saying that the PlayStation is so much more powerful in this SSD that no other system can play Ratchet and Clank, because Ratchet and Clank has those where you switch seamlessly between maps or what have you. Just want to say, I gotta go. All right, have fun. Do your thing, be safe, and win it for all of us. Cool. Lurk on, lurker. Yeah, a little bit, Plank. So this dev was like, no, these other systems can run it. And so let's just think about it from a logical point of view, and then I'd like you to step in, Plank too, actually, because Plank's a tech guy as well. And anybody else that's a tech guy or girl, tech person, bring your technical knowledge to things, to the whole situation, right? PlayStation has a great SSD, no denying it. Of the two consoles, PlayStation's SSD is faster. This has been proven. This has been shown. It's on average about 3 seconds. It can load games about 3 seconds faster than the Xbox. Cool. I'm not sweating that 3 seconds, but let's say that's a big deal. All right, I'm cool with that. I remember how big of a deal it was for me having the 1X and you having the One, and we're playing PUBG. How much faster 30 seconds was me loading in faster than you because of those systems, right? So cool. No doubt PlayStation's SSD is faster, but here's the thing, right? They a while ago showed a list of what would be compatible with the PlayStation as far as M.2 drives to put in that M.2 slot in the PlayStation that's at present not active for whatever reason, but it's in there, right? And one of them was what is it called? The 970 Evo or the Evo 970. It's a Samsung M.2 drive.
Evo 970.
Andrea can tell you about it because she bought a few of them, right? So if that works in a PlayStation to run PlayStation games, now again, I'm only coming from a place of logic, not a place of technical stuff. So if I'm technically wrong, I want you guys to tell me that I'm wrong. I want to know I'm wrong. I don't want to give information that's false or wrong. From a logical standpoint, though, if that can run games on the Xbox, on the PlayStation, right? Why wouldn't it be able? Why wouldn't the two that I have in my PC be able to run a game? I mean, outside of it being a PlayStation game, all things being equal, and you put it on any, why wouldn't it be able to run on my PC? And if that drive is comparable to what's in the Xbox, why wouldn't it be able to run out on that Xbox? Again, outside of it being a PlayStation game. We're talking about all things being equal, because this is what he's trying to get this guy to say, and this is what he's been touting to people, his viewers. Again, we're talking about Marlin Gaming here, and you're talking about the information that he gives, and this is why I'm saying, like, the information that he gives is not always right or not always honest, because just from a logical standpoint, if you can't sell me on a drive from my PlayStation that's not going to run my games, right? If you, or at least at the very least, you got to tell me that it's not going to run my games. But they're saying, hey, you put this drive in here. When they get everything up and running, if you put this drive in here, it'll be able to run this game. You'll be able to run this game from this drive with all its features. All depends on if you have the device driver. I mean, but this is an M.2 drive, right? M.2 drive. One day I'm going to remember to grab that stupid box that's sitting over there. That's going to go on the PlayStation, right? I mean, not even looking at it from a PC standpoint. If you guys want to take my PC out of out as a factor, just the fact that this M.2 drive is going to work in the PlayStation, is going to run all PlayStation games. Once they get that up and running, it'll run Ratchet and Clank. Why wouldn't it run? Why is and from the standpoint that this M.2 drive is what's running these games, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's telling people that the SSD in the PlayStation 5 is so special, so different, that it can run games that other systems can't run. And he specifically said the Xbox, and even that he mentioned on a lesser degree to the PC, right? And so I'm saying, all things being equal, all the drivers, all that stuff being equal, this game, why wouldn't this game run outside of it just being just a PlayStation game? You know, one day Sony may decide to port this game to the PC, as they are doing, and people are really mad about. Outside of that, from a technical standpoint, please tell me. And I think Plank is trying to tell me something, but I'm simply not understanding it. So please feel free to jump in here, Geek. If it runs on an M.2 drive on my PlayStation, all things being equal, why wouldn't it run on that same M.2 drive on my PC or my Xbox? Now, I know Xbox has a proprietary system or whatever, but we've seen the specs, and it's there with those drives. Not as fast as a Sony drive. I've already admitted to that. I've seen all the videos and all the tech stuff, and on average, the drive in the PlayStation runs 3 seconds faster than the drive in the Xbox. I give you that. I have no problem with that. Beautiful, all right? Like, to a lot of people, that's going to make a difference. I'm cool with that. But if I put this new drive, when they unlock it, and I put that new M.2 drive, that 970 Evo or Evo 970, whatever it's called, in my
put up the share.
Put up the share. What are you talking about?
My screen share.
Oh, I didn't even see it. There, yeah, okay, there you go. They've said that once Sony unlocks this will be able to run Sony's games. This very thing. I have 2 of these in my desktop computer. So all things, again, now, if I had a weak graphics card, right, that's something totally different. If I had a weak processor, that's something totally different. We're only talking about the SSDs for these machines, right? And this is what Marlon was trying to manipulate this dude into saying, that it wouldn't work right on any other system, because he was trying to tout how superior the SSD and the PS5 is. Yes, it's a superior SSD. There's no doubt about it. That's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. I have no argument with that. But you brought on a guy to your show and you tried to manipulate him into giving false information that fits your narrative for whatever reason. I don't even know why you would care. Like, it's a PlayStation game. It's not going to run on an Xbox because it's a PlayStation game. It's not going to run on the PC unless they decide to change it because it's a PlayStation game. But it has nothing to do with the SSD. The SSD is not that superior. You know, it's like back in the day when we were kids, the people that I hung out with when we were starting to get into cars, there was a group of us that were in the Porsche camp. There were a group of us that were in the Ferrari camp, right? And we used to argue all the time about who's faster, who would win a race or whatever. And we saw the specs, and I can't even remember which one it was, but one of them was 1 mile per hour faster than the other. For some reason, I remember one of them could do 201 miles per hour, and the other one could do 202 miles per hour. Doesn't make a difference, and it's not going to win you a race. All things being equal, I mean, in a race around a track, you know, there's a bunch of other things. So the comparison between how fast this drive is over that drive is that, and we know what it is. It's 3 seconds. It's 3 seconds faster on average. So I'm sorry, I've asked you to explain technically, and again, I think Plank has been trying to explain it, but please explain to me why, all things being equal, like I said, if the game will run on that SSD that you have on the screen now in the Xbox, why it wouldn't run on the PC or on the PlayStation, why it wouldn't run on my PC or the Xbox. Because that's what he tried to get this guy to say, and this guy was like, no, that's not true. It will run on the Xbox, it will run on the PC, the same as it runs on the PlayStation. But if I'm coming at it again from a logical point of view, so go ahead, shatter my logic and tell me why I'm wrong from my point of view.
You're not wrong. That storage is, as Plank said, it is just what it is. And if your system could run it, that storage, because I said it's an off-the-shelf drive. So if it can run there, it can run, anywhere that you can use that drive. Other than, without being too technical, all the other subsystems and memory calls, which won't allow it. But that drive is not going to be the deciding factor.
And so, to bring it all back around, you're saying he drops information, and to your credit and to his credit, you said that he is showing you articles. So I there's no disputing that. If he's showing you articles, then what he's saying he actually believes to be true, and he's showing articles. But in this case, he wasn't showing articles, and he tried to maneuver this guy into even changing his stance on, or at least making a statement of change on his stance of whether or not an Xbox can run Ratchet and Clank or PlayStation, PC, depending on if it had all the other architecture or whatever. And that to me is what I'm talking about. Like, this dude is deceitful. He's trying to bend the narrative to fit what he's trying to tell people, and then it all comes back again to, but the thing is, he's sitting at home when his cameras aren't on, when he's not streaming or recording, enjoying the Xbox, enjoying Game Pass, enough that he's either paying for it monthly, or he's playing it enough that he's getting it for free. And if you're doing that, if you feel that much for it, why are you telling your audience that is bad? Why are you trying to manipulate people into believing that this SSD is more than it is? It's storage. It's fast storage. It's faster than the Xbox, but not by so much that the Xbox, all things being equal, again, can't run it if it could play on an Xbox, right? I'm not saying it could play on an Xbox One. It can't even play on a PS4 because those SSDs they're not solid. They're not SSDs. They're HDDs or whatever. They're not solid state drives, and there's definitely not super fast solid state drives. So yeah, but the drive in the Xbox is a solid state drive, and it's a super fast one. Not as fast as a PlayStation, but not so slow that it can't play a game, when this drive right here that you have on screen can play the game, because that's what it was on the list. And I know it was on the list because I had been looking at the time for drives that I can put into my PlayStation when the time came. So I've been researching that, and I know that specifically this drive was on that list, as long as it doesn't have, and this is how much I've been researching it. I know that it will fit and it will run the games, but it will only fit as long as it doesn't have it's the drive that doesn't have a heat sink on it. If it has the heat sink attached to it, it won't fit physically in the machine. You won't be able to put the little metal cover back on. So there you have it. And that, again, like you said, he gives information or whatever. I don't trust his information for that very reason. Like that was the nail in the coffin for me. You brought somebody on your show hoping that they would side with you on something, and then when they didn't, you tried to manipulate the situation, and you just made yourself look bad. Like, I don't see how you, as a tech guy, could have any respect for this guy or anything that this guy has to say as far as tech goes, knowing, well, you didn't see it. So if you had seen it, and anybody in his audience having seen this, knowing that he tried to manipulate a guy into changing his stance on something to fit his the narrative that he wanted, even though this guy is saying, hey, from a technical point of view, as a developer of games for these systems, I'm telling you that, yeah, all things being equal, it could run on these other machines. And then it became a meme, like just the look on Marlon's face when he got that information or whatever. And maybe he just really honestly believed it. And so maybe I should cut him some slack for that. Maybe he honestly believed the narrative that this SSD is the cure for cancer in the gaming space, not metaphorically, you know what I mean? Like, this is such a special thing. But yeah, so sorry, I didn't mean to go on that much of a tirade. He triggers me. It's true. Just, it's bad. The things that I'm sorry, I've lost track of chat. So if I'm putting things back up, then I apologize. I'm just trying to let everybody see. And it may be, but like, if he's getting paid from Sony, from PlayStation, to do that, then he has an issue, because he actually does promote on his channel. He has the Xbox logo up when he's doing it. He has said good things. I've heard him say good things about the Xbox, right up until somebody pays him to start talking bad about it. Right up until somebody in his chat does a super chat, pays him, and they're talking bad about the Xbox, then he'll switch his stance and he'll start talking bad about the Xbox. And again, like, for $1, you would flip your perspective or how you feel about something publicly for $1 or $2 or $5. Hell, I wouldn't do it for $500. I'm not gonna I'll never come out here and tell you that the Xbox is bad because somebody paid me $500, or that the PlayStation is bad because somebody paid me $500, because they're not. They're both great systems. They both do what they do. I have them both right there. They're out of camera view, but my PlayStation is there, my Xbox is there. And that's because I have a U-shaped desk around me, and they're set up on pedestals in my gaming space. I play them both. I can reach my Xbox controller, one of my PlayStation controllers. I have to have two of these because my gaming sessions are long enough that I kill the batteries in one. But I'm never going to tell you for any amount of money that something is bad that's not, because then I have no credibility, right? Yeah, see, I mean, I'm against a lot of people. A lot of people trigger me, but Geek did this on purpose. This is what Geek wanted. He wanted to get me riled up. And so, yeah, like, I'm never going to take money to tell you that something is bad. Now, if Sony wanted to Rich at least is honest about gaming. Rich is a disgusting human being, and I think he
is creepy.
I think he airs his sexual fantasies with animals and vegetables a little too much, a lot too much, just way too much on his channel. But it's his channel. He can do whatever the hell he wants, I guess. Look, see, now you guys got me saying words that I wouldn't normally say.
Come on, if this guy likes cucumbers, let him have his cucumbers.
And he can do that. And you know what? For as much as I find him a disgusting human being for the things that he does, and I'm not even talking about his creepy sexual fetishes. I'm talking about like burping in the mic and stuff. Doing that kind of crap. Like, that's disgusting to me, and I would never do it. But apparently his audience enjoys it, so it's whatever. But you know what I can say about Rich is he gives good information, and I watch him for that. And I find myself having to skip through the first few minutes of his videos to get past all the disgusting stuff to get to the real information, and I do that. But at least he gives information. And when he's wrong, so props to Rich. When he's wrong, he will make a video saying that he discovered that he was wrong, and I can respect that. I'm sure. I promise you, if I ever give you guys wrong information and I find out at some later point that the information I gave was wrong, I'm going to come to you hat in hand and apologize for giving you wrong and clear that up, because I don't want to be irrelevant in the gaming space. That's just the whole idea of this, is to be relevant, to give you information that helps you decide where you want to be. Now, if I had my druthers, everybody would have everything and we would all be playing. Or short of that, you would have your favorite system, but everything multiplayer will be crossplay, or everything would just be crossplay. You can play on whatever. That's what I prefer. Borderless gaming without borders. Why put yourself in a box in gaming? I have all the systems that I have because I never want there to be a game to come out and I have to say I can't play that because I don't have this. I can't play Starfield because I don't have an Xbox. I can't play Spider-Man because I don't have a PlayStation. I can't play Crysis all these years later because my computer is not powerful enough, or I don't have a PC or whatever.
remember my statement was always that I never wanted to go into GameStop and be relegated to any one wall.
Right.
For those of you that are familiar with the brick and mortar GameStop store.
So, and that's my expanded problem with Marlin Gaming is, again, it really all boils down to he's deceitful and dishonest with his people, the people that watch him, because he's enjoying something and he is trying to convince them that it's bad, right? Like, that's like saying, not to be all political, but that's like saying the vaccine for COVID is this horrible thing, but I got it. But I'm preaching to you that you shouldn't get it because it's a horrible thing, but I got it knowing that it's helping me out. This dude is preaching to his people that the Xbox and Game Pass is a horrible ecosystem or whatever. Especially when he gets a little bit of money for it. I mean, it's literally as little bit as $1 to say that this ecosystem is bad when he knows full well. He's got to know, like, common sense tells any of us that there are people watching him that are having a hard time of it. You don't even have to have an Xbox. Game Pass is enough. Game Pass is enough. I was playing, I don't know if any of you guys saw it. I was playing Mech Warrior through Game Pass the other night. I streamed it, right? Before the show, I was playing it on my phone. Well, on my phone, right? And my phone is hooked up to a little monitor that I have sitting right here in front of me. You know, well, that's funny. It's green. That's why. But with so you don't even need the box itself, and you can still play. And this guy is going on and on about how terrible it is, but he's enjoying it himself. And that's the problem. You want to tell everybody that it's bad? You feel that it's bad? Cool, but don't. Why you're enjoying it at the same time? Like,
but you seem to be of the opinion
yeah,
that
I know you will, J-Lo.
You seem to be of the opinion that he's doing that intentionally to mislead. I think he drinks the PlayStation Kool-Aid and really believes that it's something that it's not.
All right. I'm going to go with you on what you said for as long as I can.
Okay.
All right. I have a PlayStation. Like I said, it's right there, PS5. I'm playing my PlayStation. I believe it's the best thing ever, right? I have an Xbox right there. Play my Xbox. And I went out of my way to buy that Xbox, stood in line for 12 hours overnight.
Kimberly, did you hear that?
In November, in the rain, in Virginia. It was cold. It was miserable. And I did it, right? I'm not saying he did all that, but at the very least, he probably had a number of sites up and jumped through a bunch of hoops. J-Law can tell you, because it was the same thing with the PlayStation. We did the same thing with the PlayStation. Jumped through a bunch of hoops, or for him to get his PlayStation or whatever. My wife stood in line for my PlayStation for 6 hours because I fell asleep like an idiot. Thank you, my love. But okay, so if I drink the Kool-Aid, the PlayStation Kool-Aid or whatever, I believe everything that you're saying that he believes that, and the things that he's saying, why would I go out of my way to do that? But let's say The Xbox dropped into his lap. Boom. Right? Let's say he got it for free. Boom. Right? He's either A, he has Game Pass. He's either A, and he's had it for a while, more than 3 months, according to him. He either A, is paying at least $10 a month for it, or B, is playing it so much that he's getting it for free, like I said, right? So he's enjoying it, right? Enjoying it enough that he's paying for it, or he's playing it a lot. That's more than just the Kool-Aid, bro. I can't go along with it. It can't just be the Kool-Aid. He's enjoying it. He's playing it a lot, or he's paying for it. Why? I'm not going to pay for crap. You can hand me a thing of crap. I'm not going to pay for it. I don't want crap, right? I'm not going to pay you for crap. Not monthly. I'm not even $1. I'm not going to pay you $1 if this is crap for this. But he's paying at least $10 a month, or he's playing it a lot enough to be able to get it for free. And he's telling people that it's bad.
Okay. I'm not doing this to pick on him, but since he's here, he's our resident PlayStation-aholic. You cannot convince J-Law that Xbox is in any way better than his beloved PlayStation.
Sure can't. But watch this. Jay, if I bought you an Xbox, drove to your house, the however many hours it takes, I think the last time I drove to your house, it was like 6 or 7 hours or something. Hooked it up to your television. No joke, no lie, not joking, no cap, not playing, real talk. Would you play it? Would you play it?
He might play it, but he ain't gonna tell you about it.
No, he wouldn't even play it. He wouldn't even play it. He had an Xbox. I want to say it was 360 back then, right?
I believe so.
He played it like 5 times and never played it again. Got rid of it, I think. I doubt that he still has it. But no joke, he would not play it. Like you said, he is that into PlayStation for whatever reason. That's how into PlayStation he is, right? You telling me that this dude, that J-Law is more into Marlin Gaming, is into PlayStation more than Marlin Gaming? I mean, Marlin Gaming said that PlayStation is what built his channel.
The difference to me with J-Law is J-Law loves his PlayStation, but he's not going to lie for.
Thank you.
He'll just say, like he just said, nope, I'm not playing it. But he doesn't say better or worse. He'll tell you straight to you, I don't know, because I won't touch it. And so I can respect him that he enjoys his platform of choice. He sold it back to GameStop.
There you go. So, Marlin Gaming is saying all the same things, even to a worse degree, a higher degree, that J-Law says, but he's enjoying that system that he's saying all that bad stuff about. He's paying for that system. He's paying a monthly subscription for it. If you don't like it, right? If you think it's that bad, here's another thing, and this is probably going to piss him off, and I'm not trying to piss you off, bro. I'm seriously not. I'm just going to tell you the information that I have been giving, that I have found. This dude's favorite game, right? I can call 2 games his favorite game. Warframe and Ark, right? This dude has been playing these games nonstop. Well, not nonstop. He will play something else for a while when he needs a little bit of a break. But he's been playing these games for years, right? It was announced that Arc 2, which he is very much looking forward to, is only going to be on the Xbox. But he's not going to get an Xbox or even Game Pass so that he could play it on his tablet. And I'm like I just said, just before the show, I was playing Mech Warrior on my phone because I have Game Pass. So he could do it. But he won't. He won't play his favorite game because it's on the Xbox. I think, what was it, 2 weeks ago, he said he probably wouldn't get a television that would help, that will guarantee that his PlayStation looks and runs 100% top of the line if the box that television came in had an Xbox sticker on it that says it's not an Xbox television. It's not an Xbox television. It could be a Sony television, but if it has that sticker on it, he's not going to mess with it. That's how much he does not like Xbox. He won't play his favorite game, and he won't get a television that guarantees that his stuff plays to 100%.
So, J-Law, you're telling me that if Xbox has its way and it puts out that television with cloud gaming already pre-installed on it, you wouldn't get that television? I'm really interested in how J-Law feels about that.
I mean, that's dedication. You won't play your favorite game because of the system that it's on. Now, he's holding out hope that it's going to come to the PlayStation, and you know what? I hope for his sake that it's a timed exclusive like he believes it is. But I haven't been able to find anything. Everything that I've seen on it so far, Arc 2 is an Xbox exclusive. So
okay.
Okay, but let me clear it up for you, because Jay, let me clear up what Geek is asking. A television, you buy a television that comes with, so you buy the next big Sony television, right? And it comes with the Game Pass app on it, right? You gonna play? You're gonna spend your $10 a month to play? You're gonna spend $1 for 3 months of Game Pass because that app is on your television? Would you do that? And look, so all right, J-Law. So I think J-Law would play Arc 2 on the PC. I think he would go that far. I think he would do that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he would. I'm hoping beyond hope that he would do that, but I don't know. I don't know.
You might get his PlayStation underwear in a bunch. He's not on his preferred console of choice.
Now he played Arc with us on PC for a while. Admittedly, his PC took forever to load. It was an older PC or what have you. So this was a while back. So probably wasn't optimized for it. But I don't know where he is on PCs. I know he's got laptops and stuff. But the thing is, you don't even need a PC. I know his tablet will run. Scratch that. I know his phone will run games. He has a S20, I think it is. The version of the phones that we have, except for we have the Notes, right? And so his, as far as I can tell, honestly, just doesn't come with the pen, right? So I know his phone will run it, but he's not trying to drop $1 for a Game Pass to play in. And you could try to make the argument that, he doesn't want to play on a small screen. My dude plays mobile games all the time, always trying to get me into a different mobile game. He's a mobile game player. He enjoys mobile games, right? So, you know, that's not the excuse. He doesn't like Xbox. He is not a fan of anything, or most things at the very least, Microsoft. And so he never says anything. He never has anything good to say about Microsoft. But that being said, he's not in the background. He's not secretly in his hidey hole playing an Xbox, enjoying it, paying $50 or $10 a month for Game Pass. He's not out here saying one thing and doing something totally different in public or in private. Hey, Cheryl, welcome to the show. As Geek tells me to check the time, and we've run over. I'm glad you can. So, yeah, an S20. His phone can run xCloud, but he's not messing with it. And I mean, I got no issues with that. I mean, we enjoy our gaming. To me, his gaming is limited because he plays only on the PlayStation. As far as console gaming goes, he doesn't get to it. But you know what? For that matter, Plank doesn't have an Xbox. He has a PS4. He has a bomb computer. To me, you're limited in gaming. You don't have an Xbox Series anything, right? Now, I'm not saying that. That's not to say that you don't want it, but you don't have it at that right now. To me, that makes me, in my eyes, that makes your gaming, the experiences in gaming that you can have, limited. Bad? No, not really. I mean, you can play all these games, right, on your Xbox, the Xbox that you have, or you have Game Pass. You can play them on your phone or whatever. You can't experience them through the console. That's just an opinion that I hold. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna I'm never gonna try to convince you that something is bad that's not, or I'm not gonna convince you that I don't like something. Here you go. You know me, right? You know a lot about me. You know I don't like chocolate, right?
Right.
Okay, so, but
Hurts my soul. But
you mix chocolate with peanut butter and you give it an overwhelming flavor of peanut butter, then I can eat chocolate, no problem. For whatever reason that I really can't explain, you mix some powder and milk and make it chocolate milk. I don't have a problem with. Outside of it makes me sick to my stomach, but I mean that has nothing to do with the flavor. For some reason, but you give me a Hershey bar, and that is nasty to me. That's gross. That tastes bad. What else? You give me a Mounds bar. I'm not overly fond of coconut, and you add chocolate to that. That's disgusting to me, right? But I mean, I'm not gonna try and convince you that you shouldn't eat chocolate. Chocolate is a really good food, as far as I know, because everybody else on the planet except me likes it, right? I'm not gonna ever try to convince you. I mean, Hori and I make fun of you about playing Destiny, right? And it's in love. We tease you about it, that you're Destiny's child or whatever. But I'm never going to try and convince you that Destiny is a bad game. I'm never going to try to convince you that The Division is a bad game, or that what's the latest one?
Division
Outriders.
2?
Outriders is a bad game. They're not my kind of game, but obviously they're great games. There are a bunch of people playing them. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you that they're bad games. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you that that they shouldn't invest in those games. People love those games. Shadow's about to go on a raid, or probably in a raid right this second on Destiny 2. I imagine on Destiny 2. I'm not going to ever try and convince him that it's a bad game, and he's going to tell you that it's a great game. He enjoys that game. He streams that game all the time. It's just not for me. Now, Marlon, he could be out here like, I prefer PlayStation, but I do like my Xbox too. Or I do, you don't even have to say you like it. I do play my Xbox. If my wife goes out and buys a pound of Reese's peanut butter cups, throws them in the freezer, tells me they've been in there chilling for a couple hours, I might go in there and grab one. I don't like chocolate, but I sure do love that peanut butter. That, and whatever chemistry happens when you mix a little bit more peanut butter with, or when you mix a bunch of peanut butter with a little bit of chocolate, whatever chemistry happens in there makes it palatable to me.
Okay.
But at the same time, she goes out and says, I threw a bunch of Hershey bars in it, and you know what? She didn't have to ever worry about me messing with her Hershey bar because it's nasty to me. But so that's my point. Like, this dude could be honest and be like, look, and to your point, you have told me that you have heard him say that the Xbox is a good system.
Yeah,
I have heard him say that the Xbox is a good system, but I've also seen him just a couple minutes later get a $1 super chat that was bad mouthing the Xbox, and him switch that stance right then, just that quick. All of a sudden, it's a horrible thing. It's the worst thing you could do. It's the most horrible thing you could buy. The Xbox can't run this because it doesn't have this SSD. No, that's all. That's lies. Those are lies. Those are lies that he knows are lies, right? And then again, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Marlon. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you honestly believed that SSD was so powerful, because a lot of people do. A lot of people believe that SSD is so powerful that it can run games that nothing else can run. But that's not true. And that developer that you had on your show told you that very thing. He didn't lie to you. Common sense will tell you, if you just look at what's coming down the pipeline, that's not true, right? But you're going to convince people that it is. And man, Geek, we spent a whole show talking about this dude. We didn't get any news. Okay, so Geek wants to get to some news, and so we're going to go a little bit longer. I apologize again. The dude triggers me, and that's why. That's why I'm a gamer, right? I take great pride in gaming, and be the gamer you are. But if you're deceiving people about gaming, J Law will tell you a bunch of bad things about that he feels about the Xbox, but he believes that stuff in his soul. And believe me, I've been trying for what, J Law, 15 years at this point to change his mind, to get him to just give it a shot. And I thought I had him. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I had him. Arc 2 coming to Xbox. I got him. Dude. They said, and the Series S is just $300. You don't even have to invest a lot, dude. I got you. I tried. I brought his kids into it. I was like, your kids, they don't care nothing about what system. They just want to play games. So you can get the system you can get them a little Series S. They can play it, but then at night you can play Arc 2. That dude was like, nope. No Xbox will ever come into my house ever again. Couldn't even, brought his kids. I was like, dude, I tried to convince him that his kids would be happy. He's like, nope. If they suffered like they were starving from not having the Xbox, they're gonna suffer like they're starving. No, he didn't say all that, but you get the
Man,
you get the just. He's like, no, I'm not getting an Xbox. Yo, he believes what he's saying, and he's true to it, and he stands by it. You know what I'm saying? He says his kids are already PlayStation fans, so cool.
are we ever gonna get to this Kojima story?
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, let's do it. So what do you want first, the Death Loop or the? Because you said that you wanted.
Look at the share, buddy.
Oh, okay. So this is funny. This might trigger J Law too, because these are his people. These are your people, J Law. These are your people. So, bro, guys, peeps, PlayStation fans, PlayStation fan, not fans. I put an S on it. I made it plural. I didn't mean to do that. A PlayStation fan starts a petition to cancel Kojima making an Xbox game. Now people are saying that this is probably somebody just trolling, and maybe I don't know, but maybe let's go with that.
No, that petition has a lot of signatures.
Like that's just it. Like there are a lot of people that are being really. I mean, there are a lot of troll signatures too, right? A lot of people that sign the signature because in order to be able to comment on the petition, you have to sign it, right? So there are a lot of people that signed it trolling, but there are a lot of people that signed it being real. And the one that stood out to me was this dude said, we got to bring Kojima back to the right side of things, talking about PlayStation versus Xbox, PlayStation being the right thing, right side of things, and that he's being greedy, that he let greed take hold of him, and now he's okay. Look, PlayStation already said they didn't feel like Death Stranding was the success that they wanted it to be. You know, they're not. PlayStation already said they're not all that interested in really pushing cloud games. Kojima wants to make a cloud game. If you're going to make a cloud game for the consoles, and let's be honest, this all began as a Stadia game, but Stadia or Google decided to shut down their first party studios or what have you. So Kojima went to the place where he could sell his game. And that I guess is the theme of today's show is, people are out there, as Geek put it, these are Geek's words, they want devs to not make money. You're writing a petition. You put out a petition for this developer to not make money. He doesn't have a deal with a life-standing deal with Sony. He's not under their brand. Yeah, he made games for them, but he's made games for Xbox when he was with Konami. Metal Gear Solid 5, right, was on the Xbox and on the PC. It was everywhere. This dude is trying to make money. And this dude, not only is he trying to make money, but he's trying to make games his way.
And
right?
The Phantom Pain.
Yeah. Of all developers out there that I know of, yeah, Kojima does it. I honestly believe Kojima does it for the love of the games, right? And somebody made a petition. What's going on, Callie? Welcome to the stream. I believe that Kojima just wants to get his games out there. I mean, his games are out there, right? Like, he puts a lot of thought into his games, and a lot of love and passion. I mean, you can really feel it. And now PlayStation fans are signing petitions to say to make it so that he can't that he doesn't come out with a game. Like, what makes you think even a little bit that that's going to succeed? Like, what in your mind? And you know what? So yeah, that's craziness. And I don't want to go out hating Sony. So I do have a story. Um, PlayStation did buy Housemark, and Housemark. I may not be a fan of the style of game that is what is the man? It just absolutely slipped my mind right just that fast. Returnal. Housemark made Returnal, and PlayStation. So PlayStation just acquired them as a studio for the PlayStation brand, and while Returnal is not my kind of game, I'll tell you what game Housemark made, and again, J Law could back me up on this. Housemark made Resogun. Yo, that game was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that game immensely. Like that Resogun took me back to my days of being a kid. I'm talking about before my teenage years at the arcade or at my local convenience store, pumping quarters into the arcade game Defenders, right? Where you had to go around shooting little aliens and picking up the human beings that they were trying to abduct or whatever. So that is a great acquisition for PlayStation. Very impressed, and it is rumored that they are going to be getting Blue Point as well. That would be huge for them. And to be honest with you, both of these acquisitions, Housemark and even Blue Point, doesn't really change anything because they both develop games for Sony anyways. But this just solidifies everything. This means that these games, the games that they're making, aren't going anywhere. They're going first and foremost to PlayStation, and then whatever PlayStation Sony decides to do with them from there is whatever. But congratulations, people were saying, a lot of people were touting about Microsoft making all these acquisitions. Sony's doing their thing too, and I'm glad for it. Look, no matter where you stand on it, the more success each of these companies have, and I think Sony is unfortunately doing a lot of bad things, same way that Microsoft did at the beginning of the last generation. But the more success both of these have, the better it is for us, the gamers, because they're competing for our dollars, and that keeps prices and everything reasonable. Hey, Julian, congratulations on learning to ride a bike. I want you to be careful. Keep it on the sidewalk unless it's not allowed. Just obey the rules and wear your helmet. Maybe some elbow and knee pads. And don't jump off the roof because people get hurt that way. I know. Trust me. But hey, Julian, I'm glad you learned to ride a bike, dude. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I hope you're still out there repping the Fire Nation. All right, what's this, geek? Go, geek, go. Oh, that's right. J Law's youngest daughter, too. I don't know if she's watching, but congratulations.
She graduated. She took off the training wheels. Nice.
On her, while Jay was at work, too. She was like, I don't need my dad around to take off the training wheels. I got this. So that's awesome. I'm glad to see kids are outside doing outside kid things. That's what's up. All right, I see you've got
Deathloop.
Deathloop going. Ooh, my mind. Dad goals. Think it's a get that kids out of the house.
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have the audio going.
Damn.
Good morning, Black Reef. Another day, another death.
You should
Time loops fun.
tell Ariana we all said congratulations to Jay.
For everyone else on this island, this place is paradise.
Good job,
A
Ariana.
never-ending party where hunting me is the main attraction. And no matter how I try to escape, they always cut me down. But I'm one stubborn motherfucker.
Dang. He just said that while I know Julian is watching, just to hear us say congratulations. That's bad.
I was thinking the same thing.
Every loop I'm learning a little more, piecing together the puzzle. There's 8 targets, and they all gotta die before midnight. There's just one little snag.
You thought it was going to be easy?
Juliana Blake, Black Reef's protector and a real pain in my ass. She may kill me 1,000,000 times, but eventually, inevitably, I will break this fucking loop.
Arcane.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
So can you back that up just a little bit to where it says there, right there, PlayStation 5 exclusive? So this is a PlayStation 5 timed exclusive. It's kind of funny. If you don't know, Arcane Lion, the studio that makes this, is actually now an Xbox studio. So in that whole Bethesda buyout or what have you, Arcane Lion was one of the studios that Xbox got. So this game is also coming to the Xbox in September of next year. It's coming this year to PlayStation 5. It's going to be a year timed exclusive now. This game looks awesome. I actually wasn't impressed by it, even from, and it was actually this this trailer that I saw. I was like, it's not all that. But then go ahead.
No, I was asking J-Law, is that because it's made by Xbox? That's sad.
That's funny though. Actually, I felt the same way that J Law feels. I thought it was going to be a pass for me. It didn't look interesting until PlayStation State of Play that just happened this past week or what have you, and they showed more of it. And the fact that the thing that really like kind of interested me is that so that female sniper that said that she likes killing the guy, somebody can come into your game, random person can come into your game to kill you while you're playing this game. And that's kind of like a Souls game where that sort of thing can happen, where people can come into your game and do things, or help you or hurt you or what have you. So that kind of interested me, but the problem is on PlayStation, this is going to be a $70 game. And yeah, see, I'm not all that into the art style, assuming that that's what you're talking about either. But that, again, on PlayStation, this is going to be a $70 game, but a year later, this is going to be on Game Pass. So why would I pay $70 for it? And Geek, I need a little bit more time, to be honest with you, if you don't mind, because it actually brings up something that you and I kind of spoke about a little bit, but Jay and I spoke about a lot, and I think I even told you that he and I spoke about it, is help me out with this, Jay. You have a PlayStation, right? Let's say you get your PlayStation, Geek. Are you paying $70 for these single player games? Because J Law, as big of a PlayStation fan as he is, as much as he supports Sony, pointed out to me and actually kind of changed my mind on things, pointed me in a new direction, that these single player experiences, I don't need to get day one. So I don't need to. He doesn't buy games day one unless they're multiplayer games or what have you, where he really, and even games that he really, really loves, because I know he really, really likes Resident Evil, and he hasn't even gotten the newest one yet. But he was making the point that he would just wait till something like Black Friday or a summer sale or something, where he can get these games greatly discounted. And a lot of people were talking about how, they feel raising the price to $70 is worth it or what have you. It's good. But at the same time, J Law isn't even, there's a dude, Doc Dark 1985, I think is his name. Shout out to him. He's a funny dude. And he says the same thing. Like, I didn't really realize this. I knew that J Law did it, but I didn't really realize that there's a set group of gamers that just wait on games until they drop in price. Now I'm out of having to buy games. Yeah, see, so, and this dude, Dark Doc 1985, said pretty much the same thing. Is he does not pay. He said, A, he does not pay full price for any games, and B, he does not pay over $20 for any games. He waits for these sales. And J Law was telling me about that he does that. He buys games he waits till like Black Friday, like you just said. And it's a good point. If I'm getting a single player game and so let's look at it from my point of view. This is definitely not J Law's point of view, but it is definitely my point of view. I pay for Game Pass. I get all these games, hundreds of games that I'm interested in at least trying at the very least. So I'm not stuck for a game, right? So why not just wait till they go on sale? And that begs the question. He's been doing it for 3 years now. See, and it's a thing, and I didn't know. Like, as much of a gamer as I claim to be, I did not know it's a thing. You know what? Plank does do that. That's right. And he's been doing this for even longer. For I think as long as I've known him, he doesn't. I mean, he will buy something. Like he jumped on Ark to get the not. I don't think he even paid full price for the base game of Ark, but he did get like the new map pack or whatever. There's a subset of people that just simply don't pay full price for games, and Jay and I were sitting around talking about it not too long, a few days ago or something. Got God of War 2 3 years after it dropped. See, and so he was telling me about it, and it's a good point. Like if it's a multiplayer game, you kind of got to get it day one to be able to keep up with people that you're going to be going against. But these single player games, why are you getting them day one when you don't have to? Like you can wait till they go on sale. So there's a lot of people complaining about these games being $70. Well, you can literally just wait, and it honestly never really occurred to me. I'm kind of an early adopter. No, not even kind of. I'm an early adopter. Like something comes out, I want it day one. As far as like tech goes or whatever, the PlayStation and the Xbox. I want my computer to be the best that it can be. I even did a Indiegogo fund of a handheld PC because I think I got it in my mind that they're going to be the next big thing, and because of things like Game Pass. So yeah, see, that's it. That's what I was trying to say. He paid full for Genesis. So there's a few things, and I think J Law did the same thing. He paid full price for Genesis, but in general, these guys pay a lot less money for these games just by waiting a little bit. And Deathloop is a game that I'm interested in now. I want to get it, but if I just wait a year, then it just comes on a system that's included in the subscription service that I already have. Give it time for a patch. Same goes for software. Yeah, and actually, I told you on the phone when we were talking earlier, I'd asked Plank whether or not we both have the same motherboard in our PCs, and I asked him if we could run Windows 11, and he said he'd have to do some research, but he was going to wait a while before he even thought about installing it. So, yeah, that's where I am on things. You're looking kind of puzzled there, Geek.
Nope, not puzzled.
So, yeah, that's where I stand on things. Look, J-Laws, Plank, guys like them are changing my mind on whether or not I need to get, these single player experiences day one. Normally I do. Normally I honestly do, but there's really no reason for it. They're going to be as good down the line as they are when they first come out, or they're going to be bad and there's no reason for me to get them, so I will save that money. I think that's kind of going to maybe put a little bit of a dent in Sony's bottom line, people doing that, especially if it becomes a really big thing. Games these days don't take long to be discounted. That's true because, just for games that are coming out now, like Ratchet and Clank, for instance, is a game that I want, but it'll probably be heavily discounted come Black Friday, so probably just wait for that. And if it's not, then I will probably just wait for it to be discounted later on down the line. So, yeah, changing my mind on that, thanks to J Law and Plank and Doc Dark 1985 and others. My thoughts on Marlin Gaming. He's out there doing his thing, and I can't.
Don't get back into that.
I'm not. I can't really say too much. He's a much bigger channel than our channel is, so whatever he's doing is obviously working for him. It's not my thing, though. I'm not gonna deceive you guys for a little bit of money. yeah, devs are here to make money, guys. Especially you PlayStation fans. I know you're mad that a lot of and this isn't J Law. I know a lot of you are mad that games are going to PC or that developers are jumping ship and making games at other places. These people need to make money just like you. You go to your job every day to support your families or whatever. That's what these guys are doing. But the way that they do it is they make entertainment. They create entertainment for us, and that's all it is, you know. And you know, we get lucky every now and again, and there's a developer that just really loves what they're doing, and that's to me is Kojima. You know, he doesn't make games. I don't think he's thinking, you know, is this game going to please everybody? Because a lot of people don't like Death Stranding. They call it a walking simulator or what have you. But you know, at the end of the day, he's trying to make money. He's trying to support his family. He's trying to get out there these what's inside him, this creative knot that he's trying to present to all of us. And so don't be mad that, you know, if Xbox comes along and says, hey, you know, you're trying to do this cloud gaming thing. I know PlayStation's not really big on cloud gaming right now. Come over to us. And I know you were going to do it for Stadia, but Stadia is doing their things. Come over to us, and we'll pay you to make that game over here. Don't be mad about that. And a lot of you guys said for a long time, you know, your rallying cry, the hill you were standing on and dying for was, you know, if you want to play this game and it's not on your system, then buy the system that it's on. You know, you got to keep that. You have to keep looking at it that way. So all these games that are now coming to Xbox exclusively, if you were out there saying that, nothing has changed. You know, if you want those games, you got to buy that system. Don't be mad about it. And yeah, I mean, I guess I have a lot more, but it's not anything really important. What about you, Geek? And I know we're way over time, almost by an hour at this point.
As we're way over time, anything I have, I can save for next week.
So, guys, are you hungry? I'm a little bit hungry right now. That's why I asked. If you're hungry, but you don't know what to cook, check out Plank. Twitch, he's Plank GJE. On Steam, he's PJ Danger. On Discord, he's Plank. And on Instagram, he's Plank909. This guy is making some good food. He's teaching us how to do it. Trust me, I'm actually doing it. So I went out, I got a wok. I got all these tools for it. And because Plank's teaching me some great stuff. So make sure to check him out. Brother to the show, obviously he's in the chat right now. Again, this is where you can find him. I think he told me he's got another episode coming out pretty soon. You like that? Was it smooth? Was it Linus Tech Tick smooth? Nah, because his transitions are funny though. But
You're getting up there with that chick Angel. For those of you who don't know,
like me, I have no idea who that is.
Kev on stage and that chick Angel, they do a podcast, and it's called Here's the Thing. And she always does these awesome segues to her commercial reads. So it is a thing. And you just like, did she really just segue that into? So that's what I thought of when you did that just now.
I tried to be smooth with it. All right, Geek. So tell them where they can find you. You can read it. It's on the thing right now. Read it. Too late.
I just don't.
He doesn't know where you can find him.
No, I
But-
do, but I stumble through that every time. So now I'm just gun shy about it.
So on Xbox, you can find them at GKMSTR space NYC. PlayStation, Twitch, Steam, and Discord, you can find them at GKMSTR full stop. On Uplay with the U, he's Geekmaster NYC, all spelled out. And if you're looking for me, I'm right here. But on PlayStation, Steam, and Twitch, I'm Falchion757. On Xbox, I'm Falchion Space GSA. And like I said, right here on YouTube, Borderless Gaming GSA. Actually, I need to talk to you and Plink Geek about Twitch. But I don't know. Twitch is a hot tub streaming place now, and nobody wants to see that. So, for me, I mean. So,
Right.
yeah. Well, thanks, Geek. You could have at least paused a little bit to think about whether or not people wanted to see me in the hot tub. But now I'm just playing. Thank you guys for watching, for staying so long over. Thank you for listening to my tirade that Geek really, really wanted to hear me go on about Marlin Gaming. If you guys want to check them out, Geek, you can shout them out. Personally, I can't recommend him because, again, I think he's deceitful and deceptive. But if you're interested in seeing what he's all about, Geek, if you want to shout him out or tell them where they can find him or what have you, feel free.
I'm not that big a fan. You know, I just find that he has information. So I listen when I listen, and I don't when I don't. But not a fact.
And it's kind of funny because we were talking about whether or not we should go bi-weekly with the show, because I was feeling like there's a drought in gaming news right now, not a whole. And I mean, if you're getting information from that dude that we can use, I can't even complain about that. So, you know. Oh, one more thing before we do go, though. Nintendo did announce their new system, their new Switch now. It's called the Switch OLED or OLED system. It's not very different from the current Switch. The screen is almost an inch bigger, and it's OLED. And it had the dock has an Ethernet port in it now, so you can play it wired in that way. Outside of that, all the things that we'd heard about it being like the Switch Pro and 4K while in dock mode and all that didn't come to pass in this situation or in this system. I do think they're going to be making another one a little bit further down the line. Right now, as we all know, things are really hard to get. So I think they just upgraded it enough to say that it's an upgrade. If you have a Switch system, and see this again comes down to, you know, being an early adopter. Me, I feel like I have to get it because it's a part of what I do or what have you. But if I'm being absolutely honest, it's not something that you need to get if you already have one. If you don't have one, I do highly recommend it. It's kind of crazy though, because it's actually $50 more than the Xbox Series X at $350. So, but there you have it. Geek has put up Marlin Gaming Nation there, so if you want to go check him out and see what he's all about, you can definitely do that. Again, I'm not promoting him, I'm not recommending him. To me, he's dishonest and deceitful to his viewers, so that's my opinion. And
there's the link to his latest episode if anybody wants to check him out and see if he makes them rage the way that he triggers Falchion.
I mean, yeah, I can't even deny it. It's annoying to me. So there you go, guys. That's it. As Geek said, episode number 23 is in the can. Go ahead and say it the way you say it.
So that's all for this week. Episode 23 is in the can.
All right, guys. Thanks once again for watching. And until next time, on behalf of Geek, this is Falchion, and you know me. I'm Ghost. 2 fingers is peace. Later.
And I promise you, people, I'm going to get Falchion a clock. If it's the last thing I do, we'll get him on time.
The bad thing is I have one right there, and I maybe I need to move it center, and because it's just out of my view. But see you guys. Thanks. Later.
Have a good weekend.